Good morning, Magic Tribe, and welcome back to Magic Mom Ministries. It is a little bit chilly here on the homestead this morning, so I have a giant cup of tea and a blanket, and we're ready to get started this morning or this evening, depending on where you are tuning in from. Welcome to all of our new viewers. Welcome to Magic Tribe, and I hope all of you have had an excellent week so far. My journey into my new allergen-free raw vegan journey has actually been rather fun and interesting. We found a raw vegan store yesterday in a town pretty close to us, within 45 minutes, and my husband and I had a really fun date day there yesterday. I went and had a really nice raw food meal and some super awesome vibes. And if you are in Washington and happen to stop in Duval and are a raw vegan too, make sure you stop in and check out the Raw Vegan Source and the Longevity Foods in Duval, Washington. They are epic. Now that I've done my shameless plug for this morning, how about we start pulling some cards to see how we're doing? Get my ginormous cup of tea out of the way. All right, so we are going to be starting off today with a few cards from our Affirmators deck. And this is one of my very favorite Oracle decks, and it's by knockknockstuff.com. They have an awesome website with tons of really fun planners and things like that on it too. If you're into that kind of thing, you should check them out. I got a few Christmas presents from them for the kids this year. It's really fun. I'm gonna shuffle these really quick. Okay, let's see, what is happening today is Thursday, so Mercury goes direct today. That's good news. And also, if you are on the West Coast, the new moon is at 11:20 p.m. tonight. Obviously, the other time zones follow after that. So that is fun today, too. Let's see. This moon is in... There's going to be a lot of really big expansion energy with this new moon. So I hope you guys have all set your proper intentions. And if you have not, take a quick minute to write down 5 things you really want to bring into your life this month. And then set that bitch on fire and burn it. Set out that intention to the universe. All right. Bam. Our card for today is engagement. And considering our episode is titled Truth, Truth, and More Truth this morning, let's see what engagement has to say. It says, today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I'll smell flowers and pet dogs. And maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average. And at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure, guys. Engagement is a really fun card. You'll see the picture at the top of it. It's pretty hilarious. Okay, a little octopus and a fish having some picnic lunch. Pretty epic. Let's pull from our Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer now. Give these a quick shuffle too. Getting a lot of repeat cards, so I'm trying to make sure that the energy is clear in these. Another. So if you guys have not already, while I'm sitting here shuffling these cards, make sure you hit the little link in the description box below and go check out the new official Magic Tribe link. We will be starting that up January 1st. And we're going to be doing daily live streams that will be through a private link. We'll be talking about how to do tarot, some fun magic rituals you can throw into your life, planning, organization, lots of fun things about how to create 365 days of a magic life. So I'm pretty excited about that. Definitely keeping busy. All right, one more time. Let's knock 3 times. Make sure spirit is clear. And let's get a card for engagement. Oh, oh, oh. We got 2. This one and that one. Nice. Okay, so I'm actually going to read from Stephen D. Farmer's book today. For our 2 cards that we pulled out, because the first one is innocence, okay? So we want to make sure that we are engaging with our life today with a sense of wonder, okay? So innocence says, the light from the heavens falls upon the children through the rays of the sun that illuminate their presence like a spotlight. The little girl reaches out to these bright beams, and these elements together portray an idyllic childhood activity for many of us who have had the privilege of exploring the natural world. The blanket of lush meadow grass embraces a small pond which leads to a more distant valley, one that is darker and shrouded by the very clouds that also produce this remarkable play of light. In their exploration of the world, it's inevitable that these children will at some point lose their original innocence. It doesn't have to be a permanent loss, however. We don't need to live in a constant fear in anticipation of such an event, nor do we have to reconcile the loss of that state of purity by constantly romanticizing the past and missing out on the present. The wisdom and faith we've accrued from our life experiences are keys to recapturing our life, are keys to recapturing that state of innocence. The light that will guide us through any dark passage is the light of spirit from within that connects us with Source. Finding our innocence once again, we become aware that it was never lost, just forgotten. Innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you first come into existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turned sour or cynical, and no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear blocked the flow of your vitality, your life force. Yet, in spite of all of this, there is a core of innocence that you can reawaken by releasing any shame that is covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so you can revisit that state of purity. Doing so helps you see in every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhibit your light and love from coming forth. You truly are a child of God. So allow yourself to be that. Oh, I like that. And then we get the wind card too as well. And that's about activation. Okay, so I love the wind card. There's a picture. Okay. Let's see what wind has to say. It says, the various currents of air that circulate on our planet can be gentle enough to tickle the hairs on our arms, or so fierce that they destroy man-made structures, as well as trees and other vegetation. Wind moves the air to circulate the atmosphere and keep it from becoming stagnant. When there's no movement, the atmosphere feels somehow heavier. Gentle breezes help cool the land and pollinate flowers, whereas more tempestuous winds can snap tree branches off and stir something deeply within us. More violent winds can create temporary chaos with their ferocity. No matter the degree of intensity, wind will activate us. In this image, the breath of the god of wind stirs the sea and rearranges the sky. As this occurs, the weather shifts. The effects, even in this small area, send ripples throughout, blending and dancing with the water and the sky. It activates the atmosphere, and the world feels more alive when there is wind. The lethargy you feel is the result of a lack of activation. In other words, something that stirs your senses. This could be anything from walking outdoors, feeling the breeze on your body, or inhaling the different aromas that nature herself provides. Or it could be finding the pleasure in a warm bath that helps you release the tension and stress from your mind and body. Music may activate your hearing, which sparks the pleasure centers in your brain. Art may activate your emotional responses. The touch of another human may activate a deep need to be physically held in some manner once again. Now is the time for action. Engage in some activity and be fully present so that you forget about your surroundings and enter into that timeless and multidimensional experience of union with the focus of your creative attention. Let your physical body be active. Movement alone, whether quietly dancing by yourself or hiking up that hill over yonder, will require you to be as present as possible in your body. Enjoy. So, looks like today our truth is going to be about maintaining our sense of innocence, engaging with the world and letting it activate our power centers with the truth and the reality of what life really does represent. Let's get a couple cards from The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. There's that. Shuffle these one more time. All right, and get one card for innocence and one for activation, please. Oh my goodness. All right. So, for our activation card, it looks like we pull I honor how I want to feel. So make sure you are honoring all of your feelings today when you feel them. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pitch a tent and cap out with them, but just acknowledge them for what they are and then watch them move past. And then for the innocence card, we pull a little reminder affirmation. I trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. This is going to be our savior today when we're feeling a little bit lost and alone. Just stop and say, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. And then remember that it is so. All right, and last, I want to pull a reminder card from our Divine Wisdom deck by Neil Donald Walsh. Shuffle these really fast. Looks like we got a bit of an oracle day today. I am not feeling the need to pull any tarot. I think today the truth is what is going to set us free, right? And let's go one more time. I don't know if you guys stepped outside this morning at all, but boy, Venus is hanging heavy in the sky this morning. Our morning star is back. So if you feel like you need a little extra love, look in her direction and she'll shoot you a little memo. All right. So our reminder from Source this morning says, when you are in your God space, you know and understand that all you are now experiencing is temporary. I tell you that heaven and earth shall pass away, but you shall not. This everlasting perspective helps you to see things in their proper light. So remember, I honor how I want to feel because I am learning how to have engagement with my innocence so that I can activate who it is I really want to be. Because I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Because when you are in your God space, you know and understand that all you are now experiencing is temporary. And sometimes all you need to do to see the door is take your nose off the wall and back up a little bit. So, hi Taylor. Oh, I miss seeing you in the mornings. I love you. I can't wait to see you later today. And that is going to be our message for this morning, everyone. Engage with your childhood innocence today and let it activate the truth of who you really are. Because remember who that is. You are love. And you're here to be the representation of that for the rest of humanity so that we can all help each other level up. Good morning, Nora Marie. I am trying my best to invoke proper abundance for everyone. Let's see how we can do when we put all of our prayers together, hey? So why don't you all take a moment as well to invoke a little bit of favor for our magic tribe today, and let's see what we can accomplish as a unit, all right? Just remember, for me and Magic Mom Ministries, we love, appreciate, and support every single one of you. And I can't wait to see what we all build together. Because remember, you are love. So go out into the world today and be that. I love you all. I'll see you in just a couple minutes with our next to last episode in our soul coaching series. Bye now.